Hello everyone. In this session, I am going to discuss about the parameter measurements of an optical fiber. So now we are going to discuss about the cutoff wavelength measurement, numerical aperture measurements and diameter measurement. A multimode fiber has many cutoff wavelength because the number of bond propagating modes is usually large. So by considering a parabolic refractive index graded fiber, the number of guided modes mg is given by pi a divided by lambda whole square n1 square minus n2 square. Here this a gives the core radius and n1 and n2 are the refractive indices of core and clad. We can the cutoff wavelength using two configurations. One is singleton and another one is split mandrel. In the bending reference technique, the transmitted power is measured by Ps of lambda. This we are going to measure the power as a function of wavelength. So this corresponds to the total power including the higher order modes. And this Pb of lambda is the small transmitted power which is measured at the fundamental mode. The bend attenuation is AB. This related to bend attenuation is given by 10 log 10 of Ps of lambda, that is the total power to the fundamental mode power, that is small power, small transmitted power. The bend attenuation characteristics, it exhibits a peak in the wavelength region where the radiation losses resulting from the small loop are much higher for the LP11 mode than for the LP01 fundamental mode as shown in this graph. The cutoff wavelength is at a larger lambda when the bend attenuation is 0.1 dBm. At the time we are going to calculate the bend attenuation. The relative attenuation Am of lambda is measured from between the shorter wavelength side to the longer wavelength side. So it is given by this formula. So next we are going to discuss about the numerical aperture measurement. So numerical aperture determines the light gathering capability of an optical fiber. It is also used to determine the normalized frequency and the number of modes that can propagate through the fiber. This numerical aperture can be determined by measuring the far field power distribution in the region far from the fiber end face. So the emitted power per unit area is recorded as a function of the angle theta, that is some distance away from the fiber end face. The numerical aperture for a step index fiber is given by NAS is equivalent to sin theta A, where sin theta A is the maximum acceptance angle. That is the angle at which the photodetector detects the maximum signal power is measured as the acceptance angle. N1 is the core refractive index and N2 is the cladding refractive index. The light is incident on the fiber end face from here with a refractive index N0 is going to be unity. This setup shows you the numerical aperture measurements using a scanning photodetector and a rotating stage. The fiber output end is positioned on the rotating stage. So with its end face is going to be parallel to the plane of the photodetector input, and so that the output is perpendicular to the axis of the light at a wavelength of 0.85 lambda is launched into the fiber at all possible angles using an optical system. So that is used in the spot attenuation measurements. The photodetector is placed, that is 10 to 20 centimeter from the fiber, and it is positioned in order to maintain the maximum signal when the rotation is 0 degree. That is when there is no alternation, so the maximum signals will be obtained. The output power is monitored and plotted as a function of angle. So the maximum accepted angles being obtained when the power drops to 5% of the maximum intensity. The lock-in amplifier amplifies only the wavelength of the signal that matches the reference signal. A less precise method of a numerical aperture can be obtained from this far field pattern by trigonometric method. Here the light from the optical source is going to be focused to the lens. This lens is used to focus the light only in the core medium of your optical fiber when the end prepared fiber is located on an optical base plate or slab. The screen, which is going to be positioned at a known distance d from the fiber output end face, because the far field pattern should be obtained on the screen. So why we are going to do that means so that only the optical intensity on the screen is going to be maximized, and it is going to be measured by means of using vernier caliper. The numerical aperture that is measured from this trigonometric relationships is given by this a divided by root of a square plus 4d square. So this accuracy of this measurement techniques depends only upon the visual assessment of the far field pattern from the fiber. These techniques are generally employed only for multimode fiber. Okay. Cannot used for single mode fibers, because the single mode fibers are affected by the diffraction phenomena. Next, diameter measurement. The inner and outer diameter of an optical fiber is going to be measured using this setup. Here, the helium neon laser is used in order to emit the optical signal. The collimator consists of G1 and G2 two lenses, which is going to be reflected by M1 and M2 mirror. The galvanometer, which is connected to the M2, is made to rotate at a small angle at constant angular velocity. The velocity of this mirror M2 is measured by means of using this galvanometer. The signal from the mirror M2 is passed to the lens G3 and it is past the fiber slab. Here now the shadow of this plane of the fiber is made to fall on the photodetector. This sweep circuit is used to generate the shortwave signal, which is given to the galvanometer, makes the signal to deflect. The output of this photodetector is fed to the op-amp summing amplifier. It is going to amplify the pulses from the photodetector according to the reference pulses from the pulse generator. Finally, the pulse of the width of the pulse is going to be calculated using the time interval detector. The electrical pulse width of this shadowed signal is related with the fiber outer diameter, and it is given by this formula, that is d naught is equivalent to width of this electrical width of the signal into ds by dt. ds by dt is nothing but the velocity of the fiber shadowed signal, and d pi by dt is the mirror velocity. This is shaded velocity and this is the mirror velocity, and L is the distance between the laser and the photodetector. Instead of calculating the width of the shadowed signals, we are going to relate with your outer diameter. To calculate this outer diameter, we are considering the shadowed signal and the width of this electrical pulse. Thank you.